Alright guys, Willem here. Another part, Assassin's Creed 2. This actually looks really good right here. Holy shit. Yeah, the graphics are really looking good right here. But yeah, we just load into the world. Yeah, it's the night of when I recorded the last video. So I don't remember exactly what we were doing. I know we were in the middle of the quest when we stopped, but yeah, it looks like we just we started right where we left off though. So I think are we going to see Leonardo? Because I believe we're going to head to Venice now. So I believe that's probably what we're doing. I should check though. Is there anything left? Okay, no, that's not what I want to do. I was going to check if there's anything left to do in Venice. Or sorry, not in Venice, in Florence, sorry. That we haven't done. That's pretty major, but it doesn't look like there is. So let's just go. Let's go. This is what, sequence 6, right? So yeah, we should be able to do this in one episode, I feel like. But then again, there's a tomb in Forlì, so maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I just actually got done playing some Grim Fandango because I bought that during the PSN sale, the holiday sale that was going on. I mean, I got it with gift cards, but still, I mean, it was only $4, so I bought it, and I'm liking it. I'm a bit mixed on it. Like, I really like the world. I really like the characters, or the main character at least, but I do have some problem. Like, I feel like it's way too difficult. Not necessarily difficult. It's just, it's like they don't really give you any clues of like what to do.
Leonardo was commissioned by a Venetian noble to paint some portraits. He paid for the maestro to move his entire workshop to Venezia. It's quite an opportunity.
We're going to Venice. Oh, that was it? That was the entire okay, fine. I guess we're going to fucking Venice now. Can we fast travel to... No, we can't. Okay. I was wondering if we could fast travel just to the gate. I guess we can't. I guess once you're in a city, you can't fast travel within that city. I never actually realized that before. That's kind of annoying because I could see a fast travel thing near the location where we're supposed to be going, but I guess we'll have to run. So, alright, let's go. Yeah, Grim Fandango. Like, I really like the setup, and I really like pretty much everything about it, even the point that's even the fact that it's a point and click adventure game and everything. But it's just, I don't know, I feel like some of the puzzles are just too difficult. Not necessarily puzzles, but like what you're supposed to be doing. Like, I had to look up what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's so fucking convoluted. That's like, why was this like the only solution? But I mean, like, it's still cool, but it's like, it seems like extremely convoluted for, like, I don't understand how anyone figured this out. Like, playing this for the first time. Like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, it's I'm specifically talking about one section I just got past just now. It was it's kind of hard to explain. But anyway, like, it involves doing a whole bunch of stuff that isn't really even referred to throughout the entire game. Like, no, they never make mention of it or anything. So it's like you're just like aimlessly walking around, just trying to figure out what to do. I don't understand how people found out what to do. Because it's like, okay, well, essentially, alright, I'm just gonna try to explain it. So essentially what you need to do, like, you're trying to, like, I don't even know why you're even doing this, actually. Like, I don't know, it's so strange. Like, you have to break this machine or whatever, for some reason, which I don't even think is actually explained in the game. I just realized I need to go to the gate. So, to do that, what you need to do is, there's a clown, like, outside the building that you're working at, like, down the street, that, like, really is never referenced to or anything. But you go to him, and if you go to him, he'll give you balloons, and he'll ask what shape you want, or whatever. So you can get all these different shape of balloons, whatever. So what you're supposed to do is specifically get the dead worm balloon. 2 of them, by the way. 2 of them. Which are pretty much just empty balloons, which you need to later put some like packing formula thing inside of them, so that you could drop them into the machine and make them explode and ruin the machine. And it's like, That's fucking convoluted as shit. I mean, first, okay, there's a lot of pop-in right here. I have no clue why the fuck that's happening. But, like, how is that a thing? Like, I mean, it's such a weird thing, because, like, if it was just, like, a normal, like, if it was just, like, a normal puzzle that was, like, you would figure it out if you could just, like, if they would just, like, give you, like, minor hints or something through dialogue, like, I would be okay with it. But it's, like, there's no reference to this anywhere in the game. So I really don't fucking get how they got away with this back then, but whatever.
Leonardo.
Fine.
Ezio? What luck!
Alright. I don't like this mission, by the way.
Let me see if I
It's not
can
supposed to be a
help.
fun, like, set piece sort of thing, but I kind of find it annoying.
If you could just lift the wagon.
What is this thing?
Eh?
Foreshadowing.
It looks like a giant bat.
Oh, nothing. Just an idea I've been working on. I could not leave it behind.
And again, why is the only thing he
What is it
took
for?
that fucking
I shouldn't
flying
really
machine?
talk about it. Al diavolo. I can't hold it in anymore. Ezio, I think I figured out how to make a man fly.
Come on, I'll drive.
But I haven't even told you where I'm going.
But you can definitely tell graphically this area is definitely looking a lot better than it did in the original. Alright, let's do it. This is sequence 6. Sequence 6 isn't too long, it's just 2 quests.
Such a beautiful city. So
That
many
don't take up
sources
that
of
much time, but we're also going to be doing a tomb, so that'll probably fill up the time.
What's wrong?
We're not alone.
What's happening? Who are they?
Rodrigo Borgia's men.
Why? What do they want with us?
I think they want us
It's
dead.
definitely a lot more colorful here than it was in the original game. In the original game, a lot of the game in the original game had a very, like, dark tone. Like, had, like, a, like, sort of, like, a greenish, bluish tone. But, like, here, like, it's completely gone. It's, like, really, like, really good looking, actually. Okay, can we, like, get you to fuck off? Please? Oh, but that's something else I was doing, I should probably mention, is that I mentioned earlier, in one of my previous Let's Plays, I did do a ranking of my all-time favorite games. And, I kind of decided to keep a running list of that. Yeah, because I do that for movies. I have a list of my favorite movies all the time, and I update it whenever I watch a movie or whatever. And, I feel like I'm going to do that with games now, too. Just because I might as well. I mean, I already had the list I made earlier. I did update it a bit, because some of my opinions on certain games I've replayed since then have changed, and also I've played a couple more games since then. I think I've played, like, what, 4 or 5 new games since then also, so, yeah, some opinions have changed, and also I changed a little bit of the rules too, like, because when I was originally making the list, I was only doing, 2 games per franchise. I kind of changed it to 3, in a way, because I did add, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood to the list, and also I added, Super Mario Sunshine to the list, because those are two franchises, Mario and this, that I really enjoy, and I just felt like it was weird not having those games on the list, because I do really love those games. Yeah, some of the changes I did make to the list, I took Assassin's Creed Origins out of my top 10, because to be honest, over time, the more I think about it, the less I like Origins. Like, I still love the game, I mean, but it's like, the more I think about it, the more, like, certain minor things, like, disturb me. Which reminds me, I haven't talked about Star Wars yet. I still need to talk about that. Which, speaking of things that, like, where minor things disturb me. But, yeah, yeah, I don't know. I didn't, like, again, like, just narratively, I didn't really care for it. I did like Bayek, but I didn't love the actual narrative that he was put in. Okay, even though I do think there's some great moments here and there. Like, gameplay-wise, it's one of the best games I've played. But it's just, like, that narrative thing is, like, kind of like, I don't know. It kind of makes me, like, take it out of the top 10. So that happened. Because I believe in my previous list it was at number 7. Which, and to be honest, I switched that out with Nier Automata. Because I recently just finished Nier Automata. I really love Nier Automata. Which Nier Automata is like kind of the complete opposite. I just realized my carriage health is really low. I wasn't even paying attention. Actually, we're there anyway, so we made it.
Go, Leonardo. They are
But
here
yeah,
for me.
Nier Automata is like the complete opposite, where I think it has a perfect narrative. I really don't have any flaws with the narrative. Okay, this is an annoying fight too, by the way, especially with the big guys. But we'll see how this goes. Actually, let's use Hidden Blades. I feel like that's probably gonna be better. Oh, okay, but then again, then again, countering is harder with Hidden Blades. So maybe I won't. Was it Nier Automata is like the complete opposite, where I loved everything about the narrative. Okay, well, but like gameplay, I had like some minor issues. But then again, those like issues don't really disturb me as much as like the narrative issues in Assassin's Creed Origins. So I did actually move Nier Automata to my top 10. Again, this might change over time, just like my opinion on Origins did. So I mean, it's very possible it will change. But for now, I think that's just the way I feel. I do think Nier Automata is a top 10 game if I ever played. And the more I think about it, it's probably my favorite game of last year. Okay, can we just kill these guys already? God damn. And also, that being said, also, I did actually move Horizon Zero Dawn up on the list after my last playthrough. Because again, like, the thing about, like, Horizon Zero Dawn, I do love it gameplay-wise. I do think there's, again, some minor issues that don't really, I'm not really too bothered by. But, I mean, they are there. Like, a lot of the platforming, I think, is a bit clunky at some points. Like my main problem, my main like reservations between, okay, well, let's use medicine, between putting it higher on the list last time, because last time I did it, I believe it was in the 20s, like low 20s, but one of my biggest reservations was the fact that I didn't think the narrative was super strong. But like on my last playthrough, I kind of realized that that's really just not the case. I think the narrative is really strong. I don't find the game like to be super special. Like people talk about the game like, oh, this is a special game and shit. It's like, no, it's just a really good game. And yeah, I mean, like I still have problems with the ending. I still don't like the ending. I feel like it's a very anticlimactic ending. But it's like, I don't know. I'm not gonna let that ruin the entire, like, my ranking of the game just because I didn't like the last hour of a 20-hour game. Or not even an hour, like last half hour of a 20-hour game. But yeah, okay, like, can we, there we go. I need to switch to Hidden Blades. I feel like these big guys are better to take on with Hidden Blades. Like, can we, like, kill you already, please? Like, oh my god, this guy won't fucking die. Oh my fucking god. Oh my, alright. Okay, thank god they added the fucking, okay. Thank god they added the fucking kick mechanic in Brotherhood. That makes this so much fucking easier, these big guys. Okay, which I believe actually now I think about it, these big guys aren't even in, Revelations, are they? Are they? Yeah, I don't think they are, right? I never thought about that until now. I don't remember them. I mean, maybe there are, actually. I just think they look completely different. But, yeah, whatever. Let's continue. We're going to Forlì next. We are 14 minutes into this, so, we should have time for the tomb and, finishing off the sequence. I plan on, yeah, I'm pretty much sure that I'm gonna do that in this episode. So, yeah, let's do it. And then we get to what is quite possibly the worst sequence in... Okay, why did you just... Okay, whatever. Was quite possibly the worst sequence in any Assassin's Creed game. Which is sequence 7. Which actually, I believe there's a modern day section in between. But, yeah, we're about to get some shit. Alright, we'll do the tomb. We should mark where it is first. It's over here. Is there no, there's only that one viewpoint? Okay, I zoomed out too far. There's only that one viewpoint? Screw it, let's do the viewpoint too. We need to open up this map. This is gonna really disturb me. So let's go. But yeah, what else? What other changes did I make to the list? I mean, I moved Catherine down a little bit, not too much, just like a couple spots. But I don't think that's that surprising for me. And then again, I don't think many other people really care about Catherine to begin with. So whatever. I don't know. Like, what other changes did I make? My top 5 stayed the same, though. I don't know. I'm really interested. Like, after this Ezio trilogy, I'm going to be replaying Assassin's Creed 4, and I'm really interested to see if my opinion on the game still stands. Because okay, I really can't go up there. Because again, it's a post-Origins world now, so it's like I'm really wondering if my opinion on AC4 stands, because I do still think narrative-wise it's the best Assassin's Creed narrative in a single game, but I don't know if it stands up gameplay-wise. So that's the interesting thing, because currently it's in my top 5 games of all time. Sort of as like a representative of the Assassin's Creed series as a whole, but it is my favorite Assassin's Creed game at this point. Alright, oh wow, he gave us a lot. Okay, we got a trophy too, but yeah, let's do the tomb. Okay. How come a codex page showed up? Do they normally do that? I don't think they do, right? Actually, we might as well do this viewpoint too. There's a viewpoint here. Where is it? Over here. But yeah, I'm really interested in seeing if it holds up, because to be honest, Assassin's Creed game is going to be in my top 5 no matter what it is. It's just a matter of which game it is. So currently it just matters whatever my top Assassin's Creed game of all time, it's going to be in my top 5. I currently have AC4 at number 4, and to be honest, I think that's always going to be the spot it's going to be in. I think my top 5 is pretty solid. I don't think there's much changing it. I would be shocked if anything ever does change it. I do think it's a pretty solid list. Especially since like 3 of the games on the list are very nostalgia based. Not that they're there because of nostalgia, but it's very actually, where's this tomb again? It's underwater, isn't it? Or something like that, right? Is it? Yeah, it is, right? It's over here, over this wall, like in the yeah, right there. Okay. Okay, that didn't work. But yeah, because it's either at this point, I do think and also actually my next playthrough of Brotherhood should be interesting too, because I do think that will definitely change some things depending on how I rank Brotherhood after my replay of that. But yeah, like my top game of all time, and my top 2 are switch all the time, just based on whether I feel like narrative is more important or gameplay. If I'm thinking gameplay, then I'm putting Super Mario 64. And then if I'm thinking of narrative, I put The Last of Us. Super Mario 64 is just so, I don't know, it's just so great. I mean, again, it doesn't necessarily hold up perfectly, which I do think is a bit of a fault, but it just inspired so much of, like, my love for gaming came all from Super Mario 64. If it wasn't for Super Mario 64, I wouldn't really have ever become as much, I really gotten into gaming as much as I did. So that's up there for that reason, just because it really did change the person that I am. However, The Last of Us has such a great narrative too. So it's like that's my top 2. What am I doing here? I remember this tune when I first played it. I was like really confused over what to do. And to be honest, I don't fully remember. Okay, I think I have to go underwater, right? I think that's something I have to do. Is it here? Yeah, okay. This is what I'm supposed to do then. Hold A. Okay. And I believe there's a really shitty platforming thing here. Yeah, okay, over here. Which is, like, really dumb. He's like, again, the camera angles make it really difficult to do this right. Okay. But, so those are my top 2, which are pretty solid. Number 3 is very solid as well, which is Super Smash Bros. Melee. Which is, again, because it's probably the game I've put the most hours into. I mean, I don't even remember how much how much time I actually put into it. Like, I think it's like in my head it's become more fantasized as time goes on, because at one point I did count how many hours I put into the game, and because I did count, I forgot how I did it, but I counted, like, I put in all my memory cards that had Super Smash Bros. Melee data on it, and I like calculated it out. I forgot how I did it, but okay. So yeah, I did calculate at one point, but I don't remember exactly what that number was. It's like, and I'm pretty sure, like, in my head, like, for some reason I'm thinking like 300 hours, but I just don't see, like, is that right? I feel like that's high. Like, I don't know. I mean, it could be 300 hours, but like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's probably around maybe 150 or so, but I have no clue. I really don't know. But for some reason, like, the number 300 always comes to my mind. I don't know. But I did put a lot of time into that game. I adore the game. And to be honest, actually, there might even be a debate for that being a top 2 game and maybe even number 1. Really, I mean, Last of Us could be bumped down and I could have Super Smash Bros. Melee and Super Mario 64 as the top 2. I mean, yeah, I mean, I really do love Super Smash Bros. Melee. I think it's pretty much like the perfect fighter. Like, perfect melee fighter. It does pretty much everything right. I did, like, and also it's a shame that I didn't have Brawl on my list, because I should say this, really, like, the thing is that I don't like, on the list, I don't like putting a lot of games that are, like, very, very similar to each other. So that's why, like, I only had one Super Smash Bros. Melee game there, because gameplay-wise, it's technically the same, like, type of game. It's just Melee, I think, is the most impressive out of the bunch, and also it's the one that I played the most. But I don't want to take away from Brawl. Like, Brawl gets a lot of hate, and I understand why, because it is a bit dumbed down in terms of the fighting. But I really love the single player, and I don't get why people hated the single player. I think the single player is so much fun. The I forgot what it's called. Whatever it's called, but it's so much, like, it's just like such a, like, Nintendo fanboy's dream, and it's so great. I wish they did it again, but they never did it again for the Wii U and 3DS one, and I don't think they're going to do it again either. Like, I just don't think it's a priority for them, which is a shame, because I did really like it. But oh well, it is what it is. Where am I going? Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, let's kill you. Oh, fuck, there's a big guy. Alright. Okay, well, okay, fine. We killed him in, like, one hit. But yeah, then number 5 is Pokemon Fire Red. Which, I mean, I guess in a way that's not as solid as I like to say, as I said it was. But, I think it's pretty, like, it's going to be into my top 10 no matter what. It's just, again, it's also, representative of all the Pokemon games. Because, again, I only have one Pokemon game on the list, because, or at least one main series Pokemon game on the list, because they're pretty much all the same. But Fire Red is the one that I played the most as a kid, so that's why that one's on the list. Where am I going? Okay, I'm going here. And also, it's the one I do genuinely enjoy the most. Okay, this is the... Yeah, okay. I do remember this as well. Okay. Can we, like, no? Can we, like, interact with it? Okay, there we go. How far are we? Alright, we're 24 minutes into this, so we should be able to finish the sequence in this episode. I feel like I'm fucking up here, but we will see, I guess. I know we got it. Okay, we got it. Whose is this anyway? Who is that? I don't even know who that is. Is that the Chinese guy? I don't even know. I guess we'll see in a second, but yeah, Pokemon Fire Red. I mean, I adored the game as a kid. I put so many fucking hours into that. I put, like, I think 100 hours or so. I still have the original cartridge and the battery's not dead, so I could probably go and check. But yeah, I put a good amount of time into that game and really loved it. So yeah, that's why that's there. After that, the list is very much in flux. As I said, I had Nier Automata at 7. To be honest, it's probably going to go down. Like, I have no doubt it's going to go down. But it just matters where it's going to go. I don't think it will go lower than 15, though. Like, currently I have Origins at 16, by the way. I moved it down a lot. Which I do think is fitting, because I did actually move Brotherhood above Origins, which I guess is spoiling my top 10 Assassin's Creed game list that I said I was going to do. Though, again, it's probably going to change because I'm going to do replays of a lot of the games anyway. But, yeah, I mean, so, yeah, Brotherhood is, I believe, at number 12 or so. And to be honest, I mean, I could see it being in the top 10. I just didn't want to have 2 Assassin's Creed games in the top 10. And then 10 and 11 are both, like, my 2 favorite point-and-click adventure games, which are The Walking Dead Season 1 and Life is Strange. And those could be switched in and out for each other. Doesn't really, I mean, they're completely different games, but they're both point-and-click adventure games. I only wanted one in the top 10, so I did put Walking Dead in the top 10, but to be honest, I could put Life is Strange in the top 10 too, and I really wouldn't affect me too much, because both those games I've played over and over again like a billion times. And I actually did just recently rebuy Walking Dead Season 1 for PS4 digitally, because I had a gift card and it was on sale for $8, which isn't too bad, especially compared to like the 20 to 30 that like game stores have been wanting for some reason, for physical copies. So actually I'm going the wrong way. But yeah, so I have that at number 10. To be honest, I don't fully remember what was... Oh, the Horizon Zero Dawn, I believe, was number 9. Was it number 9? It was something. It was around there. It was in the top 10, but like kind of just barely there. Which again, that might go down over time, but I do think it is one of the best games I've ever played. I do think it is. And at this point, I do think I enjoy it more than Origins. Though I do think gameplay-wise, I do think Origins is a better game. But I don't think it's that far apart. Like, I think while, like, gameplay-wise, I think Origins is like a 90. I think, like, Horizon's probably like a 85 or something. And then, like, but then when it goes to story, I think Horizon's like a 90 and, like, Assassin's Creed's like a 60. So it's like, that's pretty much the thing that changes it for me. Like, that's why I kind of switched my opinion. I have Horizon higher than Assassin's Creed now, but I mean, whatever. To be honest, I don't remember what are 6 and 8 on my list anymore. I'm trying to think. What was number 6? I'm trying to think. I really can't think of it. I'm sure it's something. I mean, obviously it's something that I have nostalgia for. I would think. Oh no, Mass Effect 2. Shit, that's what number 6 is. Mass Effect 2, which is again is kind of representative of the entire Mass Effect trilogy, which just because 2 is the best. Which yeah, I fully stand by that. And again, to be honest, I could switch Mass Effect 2 and Pokemon and still be fine. I adore the Mass Effect trilogy. I don't love the first one in terms of gameplay. I think in terms of narrative it's really good, but in terms of gameplay it's not that good. But 2 and 3 are really good, both gameplay-wise and story-wise. I know a lot of people complain about the ending, which I agree with. I think the ending's kind of shitty, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
No pass, no entrance. Don't worry,
I think I've accepted it over time, but whatever. And then what was number 8 on my list? I think that one was like a more nostalgia sort of pick, like one of like an older game that I played when I was younger, but I don't remember what it was. Why did it just get so much brighter? Boy, okay, get a boat. Why do we have to get this specific boat? Like, why is that a thing? Okay. But yeah, I probably won't get this talking about Star Wars like I thought I would in this video, but because I spent so much time talking about my list, why isn't this moving? Am I pushing the right thing? Oh no, you... Really? You have to push circle? Okay, fine. That's not what I thought it was, but fine. All right. Fuck, what was number 8 on my list? I really don't remember anymore. uh, oh, Uncharted 4. Okay, I guess it's not nostalgia based then. Yeah, Uncharted 4, which again is representative pretty much of the entire Uncharted series. Though I do have, actually, I did put Uncharted 2 on the list, which it wasn't there before, but it's a bit low. It's like in around the 20s or so. But
Auditore, but please.
But again, like Uncharted 4 being number 8 is kind of representative of just my thoughts of the series as a whole. But I do think 4 is the best game in the series, so that's why I picked 4.
Do you have any suggestions?
There is perhaps some.
Yes, signora.
Okay.
Whatever you say, signora.
She's really fucking tall, isn't she? Oh, I guess it's just the angle. But anyway, she's like same height as Ezio.
Perhaps we'll see each other again. Should you ever find yourself in the city of Forli, it would be my pleasure to welcome you.
I look forward to enjoying your hospitality.
I forgot, how old is she right here?
Please accept
She's younger than Ezio, right?
Had I known.
It's quite all right, my friend.
Alright, we did it. So that's the end of sequence 6. Well, actually, after we get on the boat, I guess.
Be careful, Ezio. Do you know who that was? My next conquest. I don't think so, Ezio. That's Caterina Sforza, daughter of the Duca di Milano. Her husband is... Husband? Si. Her husband is the Lord of Forli. That woman is as powerful and dangerous as she is young and beautiful. Sempre come una donna per me.
Okay, well, we're about to go back into the modern day. So, yeah, we'll end the episode when we load in. Lucy's gonna tell us, so we need to... Oh, here.
All right.
Better than all right. You're making amazing progress.
Amazing's quite a strong word.
Then why are we stopping?
Prolonged exposure to the Animus can have, side effects.
Awesome.
It's nothing to worry about. You haven't shown any of the symptoms.
Symptoms? What symptoms?
Degradation of cognition, temporal hallucinations, multiple awareness issues, overlapping realities, you know.
So what you're saying is...
What we're saying, Desmond, is if you're not careful, you may not need the Animus to visit with your ancestors, which wouldn't be a bad thing, assuming you could control it. Up until now, though, no one has.
Subject 16.
We have safeguards, Desmond. And they kept him in the Animus for way too long, sometimes days at a time. We're being careful with you.
I hope so.
Anyway, I was hoping we could test out your skill retention. See if you've picked up some of Ezio's abilities.
I'm game.
Great. Meet me
Yeah, I was going to
downstairs when
talk
you're
more
ready.
about Desmond's character and stuff, but I guess I'll do it in the next episode. But yeah, that'll be it for this episode. Thank you for watching.